He can. Uh, you are live. We are live, mama. We are here. Me and mama's rolling. Uh,
I'm going to sleep, so you guys can talk to him.
you can be up for a little bit. We got one person.
Oh, guys, that's everybody. I think that's Michael. Look at that. Michael, I hope you can hear him.
This is
Really good.
this
Hi,
is
Michael.
hey, this is the second time you made that thread. Okay.
Can you hear me, Michael?
Yes, I can hear. Yes.
I think you can
See,
hear me really good.
we can't hear him. So it's
Yeah, it's
You can't hear me?
yeah.
Gets it up.
Is there somewhere where I can hear him, or this
I
is
don't
just a
know,
mic?
this is just an audio, but
We're gonna have to try it because it ain't worth it if I can't hear him. All right, we're gonna unplug this mic and see if you can hear me. Mama said you can't hear me if there's.
I can't I can hear
There you
you.
go.
Okay, what about now? Can you hear me
Yes,
now?
yes, I can hear you
Okay,
now.
I don't sound like I'm underwater.
Well, you got less distortion than you had earlier. There's a lot of distortion, and can you hear me okay?
Something if I can.
Nikki Bella, oh Nikki, you're so fine. Hey Nikki.
Hold on.
Hey, look, are we on Facebook or YouTube?
I wonder if we can hook this to the speaker, Mama, the radio, so we can hear it better. As long as they can hear me. We're going to try to Bluetooth this to the radio. So, radio be my bank. We are in New Mexico. I don't think we passed into Arizona yet. Nope, we're in New Mexico.
Yeah.
We're delivering to J Nations is here. The vice president of the Big Potato Head organization.
That's a large potato, man. That's a big.
Jacob's trying to bring Mr. Potato back. He's got the world's biggest Mr. Potato.
That's nice.
He should have hopped up there and started putting eyeballs and mouths and noses on it. Cindy Alexander's here.
Hey, Cindy.
Welcome, welcome, Cindy. We're just trying to do a live stream while we're rolling. If this don't work out, if our signal gets screwed up, we'll just do it tomorrow. We're gonna be off tomorrow, and we'll be near Ontario, California, and we'll be out of the mountains, so we should be able to talk a little bit. We're gonna do this more often and get people on.
I hear you. I'm glad you guys are reaching out today. It's been great to see you. Great to talk to you earlier.
My favorite gear grinders.
I know.
What's that, Michael?
You're floating gears. You're not grinding gears. You're floating, right?
I'm trying to hook this to the radio.
Come on, Jonah. Oh, I found some more. I found some more little videos of Jonah acting up in the truck in the Cascadia before we before we Cascadia. Okay.
We're gonna try to the
Your voice is gonna sound
to the radio. It's DE. Which one is it?
even if I connect it, watch this. I gotta connect it to this. It's weird. It looks like.
Oh, that's right. We can't do it to the truck. Yeah.
Well, I can hear. It's kind of spotty, but as long as we pace ourselves as communicating between each other, we should be able to have a good conversation.
he heard you from just talking out loud.
Hold on, Michael. Let me see. The audio is it's default. It's like we can.
By the way, Patrick, that I sent you a couple of videos about Elon Musk's new Starlink and the mobility of it. Were you able to watch any of that? Or
Yeah, I would.
That's fine.
I got more.
Oh, it didn't go to headset though either.
This is opposites.
All right.
Well, everybody can see me, I guess. They're dropped out, and maybe we'll come back soon. I don't know.
That's with me
Uh-oh.
back on me.
There they are. There they
All
are.
right. We're messing with. That's why I wanted to do it when we're stopped. Because now it's. That's okay. I guess we. Broken Hearted TV's here. Cindy Alexander. Can you put Cindy Alexander on there real quick, Mama?
I don't see anybody.
Who
That's
is that?
Trucking Daddy right there, right there.
Oh, there's Cindy. I see. There's Truckin' Daddy.
Trucking Daddy right there.
Yep. He
There
called me
he
just
is.
before we went to sleep.
Signal. I don't know if the signal is good.
Hi, Cindy.
All right. So Cindy.
This is the day before?
Huh?
Where are you guys? Is
It's
it still
Trucking
daylight
Daddy.
where you guys are?
They're in California. They're headed back to California.
Like 3 hours? Or...
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, trucking there.
So
Trying to get a hold of us.
yeah,
Everybody's been saying.
Yeah.
I'm. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, John.
It's hard to hear. I
Yeah.
can't hear.
Things. So when I came back, why we were in the Philippines, because we decided that it wasn't the best to leave our kid a few thousand miles away from us by plane. It's the only option to get them, and the medical's not as good as the States. So, and now the monkeypox thing is apparently
We can hear.
on the Philippines.
Jonah, can you hear me?
Where am I? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, Truckin' Daddy was talking just a second, and I couldn't completely. Were you able to hear him?
No.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to. Here, turn it around. Turn it back around to us. We were trying to get it.
Hold
get
on,
it
I
with
can
you
do this.
before we went on, but she thinks that we need to use a headset, but
The headset is not
the
working.
headset you can hear me, but you can hear you talking with your
Well,
around.
first of all, I hope that AutoNation surgery goes well
You guys are coming and going.
next week. I hope that he's able to go ahead and recover Blues Clues. I hope he's able to recover properly.
Whose surgery went well?
I hope that's. I hope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't understand what you guys are saying.
Yeah. I hope Blues Clues'
It sounds
surgery.
like robots.
Why go to surgery? See, it's hard. This is what I'm telling you. It's hard when you were going.
I think either gotta let Corey know.
John,
stop
where are you?
or try it.
Try it again. He can't follow the link.
No, Cindy, we can't see you. I'm sorry.
So he was able to.
Yes, I sent him the link.
Okay, you sent him the link. All right. All right, Mike.
You
So
know-
you had surgery?
no, John's not with us right now. He dropped out. So,
All right, we'll call you right back, Mike. We're gonna
stop.
You
come
probably-
on, try to live and
you,
do
You're probably-
Michael, if we go out there and Michael's gonna stay. Michael, you can just stay here.
I'll stay here, but you're going to have to end up. You're going to have to end up stay.
Mike, I guess it was breaking up too.
I know that your data. You're going to have to get stationary. So, when's your next stop? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
When? How much longer is it going to be for you to get stationary?
Let's just.
We'll come back,
Michael,
Michael.
We're gonna come back. I guess.
All right.
Live. There's the big backup.
Yeah, well, you're still driving. You need to get stationary and get a good strong signal.
We'll do the
We're gonna do Jordan Live and then we're gonna.
StreamYard tomorrow,
Are we stopping?
and we'll try to do. Do you think stopping is gonna help?
I don't know. Just wherever you get a strong signal, just check your phones.
If we said we're not gonna cover a lot of ground.
Yeah, we need to get there. So
We're gonna stop tonight. Only if we stop tonight.
Cindy Alexander, I got to tell you, they've made me put on clothes twice today. I'm basically a nudist in my home. I love it, Cindy.
All the signal because we're trying to do a live.
There's no one in the hospital yet. Broken Heart TV. Auto Nation Blues Clues is got to do some surgery this week. Oh,
we had this morning.
thank you, Rob. I hope that helps Mercy. I'm limited on what I'm able to do, but I know that newborns require a lot of diapers.
He needs to check his brakes or his lights.
Yeah,
If he wants to keep going, we can keep going.
No, you guys just do what you want to do. I'm fine. You can start it later. You can do whatever you want to do. This is your show. This is your channel.
We're gonna see what Corey does right here.
Yeah, we're not gonna have a signal past this street. Yeah, let's just stop here real quick.
As soon as we pass here, we're gonna stop and see if we have a better
Yeah, like 30 minutes and we should.
Well, keep it
signal.
going.
And then if we do, we'll keep going. Hopefully the engine noise will stop. Corey has to check out his lights on his trail.
Looks like our signal.
Is Corey still behind you, or is he in front of you now?
He's in front of us right now.
Hey, Corey.
Looks like a bad storm up there now too.
Right, I see. Yeah, I see that. Hold on, guys. Oh, I see. Certain that is trying to join. We're gonna wait until. Wow, this. Yeah. Oh, it looks like
What's he doing?
if we can go to the park, Corey, it looks like it's too deep.
Yeah, I'm not going in there. Why would we do that? Huh?
Oh, it looks like there's a lot of spot, Corey. I see it. This is the.
Well, you know, Rob,
There's a truck right behind us, Corey, so watch it.
What's the guy?
He's right behind us.
Yeah, we were gonna do a live and we stopped, but we had our quality time with the.
Yeah, we were gonna do a live. We were at the Route 66 casino.
Nice.
Jonathan and Rona kept getting carded, so
Well,
they didn't look like they were 18 or however old you have to be to game.
I want you to know that it was real hard for me to answer the question of how old she looked. Now, I also knew that she had a teenage daughter, but Asian women really hide their age. Jonathan's going to look like this for the next 20 years. So, I mean, very pretty, very young, very spry. So, it's, I mean, hey, there was Truckin' Daddy.
Yeah, I had to switch phones. Mine, I don't have Wi-Fi. My wife does, so no, I should have no problem talking to you guys.
Oh, okay, cool.
Uh,
First of all, I want to ask you how you guys are doing as far as the changes that you made. I've seen a couple of your videos.
yeah, it. I'll be straight. It sucks. So
I'm going to be to the point as well because I was with you at Pat's house when Pat said you need your Class A, and he really wanted you to have your Class A, but the insurance portion of it, I gotta tell you, I gotta be frank with you. Becca was 21 years old, and they ended up paying $350,000 in insurance in premium more to have her drive with no experience. And then after she got a year, then it was brought down. And I'm going to say this now. I mean, you need your Class A. I really want you to have your Class A. But you've only got 6 months in, both you and your wife, and I mean, they're willing to give you a shot, but damn, I mean, you got to have that Class A, man.
well, right now, as it is, like I said, when we decided to bring our son back, we could no longer stay with the company we were with because we can't do it solo. We can't bring him. We had to leave them, so that's why I was in Ohio. We had to empty the truck, and we had to hand them the keys. And then I know I heard about the insurance thing, and so, and now we are thankful that one of our friends is letting us stay, because when we decided to do trucking, we gave our apartment, and that was our home. So when we said goodbye to that company, we'd say goodbye to our home. So now,
No, I-
doing everything we can to get a job while we're here.
Yeah,
So.
but I got to ask you this, and I'm not going to put, but did at any point did
Are we on YouTube?
It looks like you can be
I don't know what the hell we're on. I'm sitting there looking at a guy open up.
We finally stopped, so now we
No, we
can
can hear.
We did.
Okay.
Well,
But I remember when we were all in Ohio, and Patrick told you you need your Class A. Now your wife's got the Class A, and I know she's got a little fear about pulling and pushing a trailer, but she had to do it to get it. So, I mean, you need your Class A. I really want to see you succeed, but again, there's this experience. There's a lack of licensing. There's and by the way, if it wasn't for flatbedding, I couldn't get on a trailer anyway because of the catwalk. But anyway, well, you helped me get on the ass end of an F-150, so you know where I'm at. But I mean, come on, man. I mean,
Well, I mean, as it is right now, one of us would have to be home, and my wife is the one with the Class A, and I'm not, and we have to. It's only up to us now to watch our kid, and so it makes more logical sense for her to be the one to go off once we can get settled.
well,
We both can go off because there's no one to watch our kid otherwise.
well, and I understand that thought process, and she would be, she would be trained amongst the best as far as securement goes. But how does she feel as far as pulling a 53 footer with 60 feet? I mean, that's a confidence thing. And you guys don't have 6 months yet. I mean, I want to help you, and I want everybody to do what they want to do, but you've got hurdles that you've got to overcome before anything can happen, man. And I didn't like. I'm gonna be straight with you now. I didn't like the fact that you quit 2 weeks, give a 2-week notice, thinking that you were going to work for Pat and John.
Well, I know we had to give 2 weeks. As long as we came back, we couldn't go to them for a kid. So it wasn't necessarily that. It was going to be somebody or something. But once we made a choice to bring our son back to the city, we had no choice but to quit.
Well, I got to let you also know that I was very fortunate to have a phone call today from Pat and Jonah. They have 2 trucks that are broke down. They've tried to turn right around, and thank God for Mike Gray and his son still have their own trucks. I mean, I want to see everybody. Look, Patrick and Jonlin are the greatest people I've ever met that I know that are very open, and they're pure. They try to do whatever they can to help. I've seen them take advantage of. We had another discussion today about somebody else taking advantage, and Linda was able to get the information. The point being is that, come on, I mean, we really need, it's a big push. It's a big.
What the hell?
And
One
and
thing that I wanted to check on, because I haven't. The last time I talked with Mike, is it Mike? Your first name, Truckin' Daddy? I forgot what your first.
John.
John.
Yeah. Or it's John. You can call me John.
All right. You were going to the Philippines, dropping your son off.
Yeah.
We talked to you in Tennessee about possibly coming to work for us.
Right.
You told us your situation. I said we definitely I think it was definitely a bad situation as far as what you wanted to do, what your goals were. And then we talked about what you would have to do in the future to come and be part of our team if you wanted to. Then when you were at our house and we talked about maybe the hot shot truck, and that's when we don't have any hot shot trucks running.
Right.
We just dispatched those, so we weren't sure if running the license that you had could do that job or not.
Right.
So, but the thing is, the one thing that we had changed was our insurance, and that's changed. That's been changing on us ever since we've started. Ever since we've started, and we're a growing company. Well, one thing we've learned is the U.S., our government, don't really. It seems like they're doing everything to prevent small businesses growing as far as in trucking, and they change the rules. They change the rules monthly, so that's But one thing I seen you were sending messages. I seen on my phone that you were sending messages saying that you were sending messages, but I didn't see any messages. I asked you where are you sending me messages at, but then I
Facebook
actually
Messenger.
seen on that WhatsApp, which we really don't use. We get thousands and thousands of messages on there, and we don't really use that. But that's where you were sending a lot of your messages to.
Yeah, because that was like one of my options when I was there.
Yeah. So, anyway, my mom was just we went out and got 3 new trucks. We had 5 drivers. We had drivers that actually did the background check, did the license, quit their jobs, were in hotels in Dallas waiting to get trucks. And that's when they changed, when they did that to our policy.
Right.
So our main concern, plus we've had a driver pass away lately, and we're still trying to get that truck situated, and we've been basically working 20 hours a day. We tried to go on vacation, and our truck was hit and broken into, and
Well, that's the Florida thing, and we don't need to talk about that.
but we're trying to take the last thing we talked to you at our house, you said you were going to go to the Philippines, drop your son off, you were going to come back, you wanted to work for 2 months for the company you were with, and then didn't want to burn any bridges, that you were going to leave.
Right.
When you came back, you were going to work 2 months, and then give them that notice. That's the last we talked about any type of driving.
Yeah.
I did see a message you sent, and I know you did try a lot to get a hold of us. In that one phone that we have that app on is my phone.
Yeah.
And it's a number where a lot of people can get a hold of us. We have 5 other phone numbers. And that one, if I'm sleeping, that one's off. So when we get up, we are from the time we get up to the time we go to sleep, trying to fix the problems that we currently have, our problems in hand.
Right.
And they're huge problems financially. It's huge on a small company. So my mom, and I seen the message you sent us that you're bringing your son back, and you put your 2-week notice in, or that we really want to come work for you. That's when I told you to get the
Class A.
Go ahead and get your app in.
Yeah.
Bradley, as far as checking out your wife to see, because we did talk about having your wife roll and you just go with her until you finished until you got your Class A straightened out. And you did get your information in, and they did start processing it, but we were so overwhelmed. They really weren't at that point. We were trying to get what we had in hand.
Right.
So we still have trucks. We actually had to.
Let's see the bottom of
But anyway, I just wanted to make sure, like my mom we haven't seen anybody. We haven't even been doing videos ourselves. We don't have time for that. And we don't have time to watch other people's videos. We don't have time. Half our phone calls we can't get back to. Michael calls us all the time. He's kind of on a speed dial with us, and he's been sending messages. Did you guys delete me? Did I say something wrong? Am I on the do not call list? You know, why aren't you guys talking to me? And to be honest, we didn't have time to talk to him. Like we had other things that we had to do. But my mother was watching your things, and she was seeing people's comments and she's saying it sounded like, you know, you were on there like kind of blaming your current situation on us. Like we were the fault.
Oh no, I would never do that.
We were and then people saying that we're running from you, we're hiding, we're avoiding you. Like it was upsetting my mom. So then I called Michael and I told him, have you been watching any of these? Do you know what's going on? Like why people are saying we're avoiding or hiding? And we didn't know about the dog. We didn't know what he wanted to do with the dog. We left him with my mom because you were coming that week. And my mom said you never came. And then Michael said something about you guys couldn't have the dog or you didn't want the dog. And
no. There was one video where you were asking for your money back. So
we wanted the dog. I mean, I really wanted the dog.
I know you want the dog, but
and I wanted things to go right in the Philippines too. I wanted our son to stay there.
All right,
Let's come back, but
I gotta mention something now. Just in your mind, you paid a certain dollar figure for the pup.
Right.
Pat has paid so much more as far as deposits as well as food and everything else, and it's disheartening to be a dog owner. I mean, I know what my dog costs. I know exactly what was grateful. And my dog left his mark in Pat's house for probably 2 weeks, and in the Cascadia for 2 weeks, trying to get him cleaned up because he shed like a son of a bitch. The thing of it is that Max doesn't know you.
Yeah.
And that's
I think Max doesn't know me anymore.
Well, the Max probably don't even know John anymore either. The problem, it's no problem with the dog. Like my mom said, it seems like there's this thing building up about this dog. Like we didn't even know you didn't want it. Like we really don't have time to sell the dogs. When we did that with the dogs, we said we were taking them to Dallas. We gave them to a breeder to sell.
Right.
And he was selling them for $4,500. And we said any of our subscribers that wanted to buy before we got to Dallas, we would do it for $1,000.
Right.
I think you guys, did anyone else buy one before we got there? He was the only one, right? There was a bunch of people, but then they never did it.
Yes, happy.
There was a bunch of the people that wanted it, but they never got us the money.
Right.
So we dropped the dogs off. They were gone. All of them were sold in 2 days. And I mean, we kept that dog a long time. Your wife said that she wanted it trained. Like she didn't really want to train the dog. Jonathan spent a lot of time training the dog. we took that dog with us everywhere. So the hotels, everything, we had to pay deposits for him. Like that was expensive to haul and that extra dog around with us. And,
Right.
you know, if you, I mean, you could come, you could have them and sell them if you want, or
Yeah.
I mean, we can, you know, let people know or take pictures and see. One thing with those dogs, it's hard to. People want them when they're pups. They want them.
Right.
They want to name them. They
Right.
want to train them. They want so people don't really want to pay a lot of money for a dog once it's not a
grown up.
puppy anymore.
Yeah, and that's for any breed, pretty much.
And that's I mean, we weren't
Well, Max doesn't know anybody but you and Jonathan and Grandma.
Like
she likes my mom. We left it's a mistake leaving any animal with my mom, because then they think they're human beings after that. And so now everything that Jonathan, that dog was a good dog. I mean, he will not even think about, that dog will not pee in the truck. He won't poop in the truck. If he's hungry, he lets you know.
Well,
he comes up, he'll damn near open the door if you don't let him out when he has to go to the restroom.
He's so smart. That's the thing. He's so smart and he's quick to learn and he's very adaptive.
Right.
The thing about it is that I don't think that Jonathan and Patrick have had a pup like this to
I
work
would keep there if I don't have extra dog.
Yeah, Jonathan really fell in love with him, and my mom did too. But we really can't.
We need to get rid of dogs.
Yeah,
You know, and I know. I just wanted to say, like, I know Jonathan mentioned something to your wife when they were working in the yard about, you know, if you could try to arrange your son to stay here, that would be hard for me to do that. And she kind of, which we didn't talk to my mom about it, but she just put out like an idea, maybe your son, because my mom was looking to do extra work at Corey and Rona's house for money, and I said, well, maybe she wouldn't mind watching their son and letting them go to school from here. And she mentioned it to your wife, and she kind of said, well, I kind of have a friend, another friend that's offered, and but she works a lot, and it sounded like she really didn't want to entertain that, so we didn't say nothing to my mom. But
right,
that's a lot of work for my mom, and that's a lot of work for that's
John,
a lot having people in your house.
John, you've been at their home. You know what goes on.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so
and we wouldn't want to put that kind of burden on your mom too, because I know she already got her hands full with the house and the dogs that have already been there before. And then
we're actually trying to get rid of a dog. We're trying to get rid of, like, either because the dogs are too hard on my mom. Especially we were going to get rid of one of our golden doodles probably, and just try to make things easier on her. And we didn't really need another dog. My mom will take in any. If you brought a baby deer in the house, my mom would let it stay.
Yes,
I can actually believe that, because I don't know if you guys seen, but there's a Facebook of a guy that literally, I don't know, but there's like tons of deer at his house, and now and then I'll come across and there's like a dozen of them.
I'm thinking,
so I can believe that.
I'm thinking venison, backstrap. Don't talk about deer.
It's delicious if you cook it right. Otherwise, it's disgusting.
Dude, please. Yeah, I'm an old country boy. I know how to cook that shit.
Yeah, so am I. I just don't tell too many people.
But you're, what I'm going to ask you this, just it doesn't really mean anything. I was just asking because I know your wife told me her age and I couldn't believe it. And I told Rona today, and I wanted to make sure it was right. But what? How old is your wife?
She's 48.
And
48. Okay, I got it wrong then.
She'll be 49 in December.
we shortened her name.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I told Rona 58.
Oh no, no.
I swear that's what he said.
You did.
So she's 48.
Yeah, everyone thinks I'm actually the older one, and she's like her 30s. So,
Right.
Well,
Okay. All right, so she's 48.
We
Yeah.
get the constellation.
So I was thinking of that. I was thinking, man, she wants to get into flatbed. I think I was talking to Mike about it, and I'm like, I'm 52. Like she's a woman. She's 58.
Yeah,
But I believe she could do it.
excited
Like
about
I could tell your wife, and your wife's a sweet person, and a lot of Filipino women are, but there's some that are a lot more special than others.
put her on.
And I truly believe your wife is one of them, and we would do whatever we could to help her out. That's why I was telling you when we sat in that parking lot in Tennessee and we went over all those scenarios, like a lot of them were like reaches, but we said we were willing to do what we could at the time.
Everybody are fighting for trucks right now in our company.
And at the time we were strong, and it was overnight. I mean, our life changed overnight, and they really are trying to stop businesses from growing too fast. They don't want trucking businesses growing too fast. If we could have easily had over 50 trucks already. We wanted to do 50 trucks a year, and before COVID hit, and then you couldn't get any trucks. They're going to be there though. January comes around. There's going to be a lot of trucks available.
Right.
Yeah,
And a lot of things are going to change. So
there's going to be a lot of trouble, but it also depends on your insurance as to what you can add. And
did Cindy want to come on here? Who is this? Who is it?
Corey.
Oh, that's Corey.
That's right.
I mean, let's just sit and think about
Is
it.
everything all right?
So you've got 4 trucks waiting, which you don't, but you've got 4 trucks waiting, and after the first of the year, and the rule changes, but it still holds you to 4 trucks. How are you going to grow at 4 trucks a year, Pat? I mean,
Well, that's what we know. It ain't gonna. We're working on it legally. It's only a roadblock. It's not legal. It's not legal what they're doing. So we just got to deal with it. It's just one punch that we got to deal with, and
you can change insurance to get that removed, but then you're going to pay a premium.
Well, all the big insurance companies that will give you lower rates. The bigger companies that give you the lower rate were actually all bought out by bigger carriers. So the bigger trucking companies bought these insurance companies, and now they're changing where you can only add so many trucks a year.
Yeah. Hey, Corey, how are you?
Hey, Corey.
How's it going, guys?
Be safe out there, man.
But I just didn't want to. My main thing was from what my mom said and what I was hearing from other people. Like, I didn't hear it from you. I didn't see your videos. I didn't watch it, but I just didn't want, it seemed like my mom it's my mom, so she's defensive. She was thinking there was this thing going on. Like she said something like you were going to buy plasma, or you were going to sell plasma because you were supposed to come work for us, and now we slammed the door on you, and now all of these horrible things are happening to you because of us.
Don't put that on Linda. I told you.
Yeah, I did plasma years ago, and then, but I'm just doing it because so we can make things work. And I was just, some people were worried, and I just said, hey, no, guys, I'm plasma, fun. So
that's fun. I did that. I did all of that. I turned right around and told Pat about the goddamn bullshit with the pity. I don't deal with that. I also turned right around and told Pat that you're selling plasma. I'm sitting there watching.
I go to a plasma thing, and I just telling them that I'm doing plasma. Like, people asking what you're doing.
Dude, you gotta understand something. I told you on one of your videos, you need your Class A.
Yeah, but I can't. Mike, and I'm trying to tell you, so one of us has to be at home now.
Well,
we got our son. No one else can watch him.
God, you know what? There's a sacrifice that's needed.
Right, and we made a sacrifice.
No, and you know what? You know what? And that's one thing I wanted. I wanted to. I've been wanting to do this a lot sooner than this, but I didn't want it to get out of hand, and I didn't want you to say, like, because the only reason we were talking to you about possibly getting you guys on sooner than what we could because of your experiences, because you guys are good people.
Right.
Your wife, we met you guys, we had dinner. In your situation is the same as my mom at any time could say, I don't want to watch Joy anymore.
Yeah.
And if we had that, we'd be in the same shoes. And that your situation right there it hit us. We know what that feeling would be. And if that ever happened to us, she would probably just stop working. She would just stay at home. And
right.
We definitely have to slow down her shopping sprees and stuff like that. But
Joy.
And I didn't want it. And just because we can't help right now doesn't mean we can't. The trucking business, a lot happens in 6 months, and you can change your life in 6 months with the right job. And I didn't want you getting up saying the wrong thing and then saying something that makes us not want to do anything.
I just want you to understand. I want you to understand that everything that Patrick and Jonathan has gone through has not been an adverse effect to whatever you're going through. And the reason why that is because that they're inundated with all kinds. Trucks broke down. They have drivers that just are not available, and then they got drivers that are that have more experience. That's why I said to you, please, you really need your Class A, and you need to get it. You need to work toward it. You don't need to put it on. You've got to turn around and think and let them consider.
Yeah, and
your situation. Your main important thing now is your son, and to get situated and get him situated, and then get your. I mean, we run in the road. The thing you were talking, the thing that happened to you guys, we deal with that on a weekly basis. I mean, huge thing. I mean, huge, costly roadblocks, huge. And we don't, and we don't talk about that stuff. And we were like, nobody's seen us at home. Like the last time we were at our house is when you were there.
Yep.
Right.
Why? Because we're doggy paddling. We're
Right.
doggy paddling, trying to keep our head above water. And one thing that kills us the most is when we go out of our way and help people, and we put people in positions they probably shouldn't, that hadn't worked for it yet, and then they'll turn around the first time they can and stab us in the back. And we've had that happen
Right.
with people that are currently driving for us.
Right.
And you guys, you have to get through what you're doing. We're not dodging. If you don't want the dog, we can advertise the dog. We can put it out there and tell everybody. We'll sell it to somebody. We can probably sell it faster than you. We'll let people know, and we'll give you the money.
Right.
You're not going to do that, Pat. You're going to end up keeping that, Max.
Well, my mom loves the dog. Now, the thing is, the dog loves my mom. And my mom doesn't get enough affection, I guess, from anybody. So
yeah,
she likes that Max gives her affection. But that is probably the best looking dog out of it. That is a nice looking dog.
Yeah.
It's just
even for that breed.
The reason why he's turning right around, grabbing attention because he's too smart. He loves the attention. He really is wanting to turn right around and someone teach him and train him. So,
but we have Mike Gray and his son. They're ready to go. We can't roll them. We had Corey and Rona. We had a guy sitting in a hotel for 2 weeks. Corey and Rona gave him their truck. They took the new truck. Their new truck broke down. It has that EF problem or DEF problem. They were stuck in Oklahoma
on this load.
for
we
5
actually have
days.
my sister's truck right now.
They drove to Dallas and got got Becca's truck because she had teeth stuff done. So she's going to sit at home for a week and let Corey and Rona run. And we're juggling stuff around. Like we're trying to keep everybody happy. And Auto Nation, he's going to get some teeth done. We might have his truck available. I don't know. Like somebody said he was disgruntled about something. So maybe we'll have another truck there available.
All right.
If he's disgruntled, the last thing we want to have is a disgruntled person. They can go be disgruntled, making 300 a week.
Logistics is a bitch. Logistics is a bitch. Trying to prove what you do. By the way, don't forget, send her and text me the part number so I can send it to my son. So,
oh yeah, I got to talk to Bradley about that. Is there someone else here that wants to come on? Who's another guest? We can do one more person before we go if we want. We got to try to get to California. Now we're not going to get there till like 4, but
Hey. So they had him my wife.
and, how are you?
and we changed our house around too. John said like when she was gone when I wasn't with her and she was calling me and I wasn't picking up the phone. She was upset and everybody was trying to console her because I wasn't picking up the phone. But I was changing around the house and doing stuff that we needed. that she's been wanting,
Yan, 3 lang din yan.
and I was busy, so I didn't pick up the phone. But I changed one of the bedrooms
Ito yung mga ano
downstairs into like a utility room or a, what do you call it for food?
I thought your mom was.
Pantry.
I thought your mom was going to take it in a paint room.
We turned one into a pantry, and we turned one into a walk-in closet.
Me and Josh are fighting over her room.
Well, because your
So
mom,
we went from 3 extra bedrooms to one extra bedroom.
I know Mama wanted to take the bedroom off the utility so that she could make it her paint room, so that she can turn right around and do her artistic movie.
I just
So
Now my dream comes
well,
Okay,
I guys are busy, and it's almost 11 o'clock here, so I just
I'm
want
almost drunk now, so
to say some things before I took off.
what's that?
It's almost 11 o'clock where we are, and it's been a long day, but I wanted to say some things before I took off.
Okay, all right.
That meeting you guys, that's like one of the coolest things ever happened for us. After watching you guys, since March of last year, and you guys really are, your wife is the one to give my wife the courage to do this. And being able to see you guys in person in Nashville, like I would still talk about that every now and then. And I really am a good person too. And I really wanted this to work out like the way I had it in my head, dropping my kid off in the Philippines, and then coming back and working for the company that we were working for, and taking them back on the way to have with us in our truck. And I thought things was getting better and better from there. But then we were there, and her brother got in an accident on a scooter, and we had the only way he could have anything happen for him is that we had to pay out of pocket because there's no insurance.
Right.
So I say, wouldn't even see him, or you can give him a CAT scan to see if his brain was all right after being hit by a motorcycle. And I started thinking, if our son gets sick or something, and then but we're all the way here, and we love our son, we do, but he's got a temper, and that's one of our biggest concerns about leaving him with somebody else. Is we already know we got to handle it because he's our son. We don't have a choice.
Right.
And sometimes I have to get pretty tough with them. And I used to work for mental health, and that's so. And I keep telling so that's when we probably have to work for a while. But he's a good kid, he's a smart kid, makes A's and B's. So that's why we're starting thinking that we can't really leave him there as much as we wanted to. And I knew once we did, we had no choice because one of us was definitely going to have to be with him, because we had a friend that said they would do that. We were getting ready to leave. They were trying to convince us not even to bring him there to begin with, just for vacation. But they would have to totally change their life to be like the difference between night and day. And I know they meant well, but they really didn't have the time to do that. And we were told by our stepmom that he had problems and that she couldn't deal with them, and I had to get on to her because she told me things that I wanted to cry and tell my wife that you can't believe what she's saying about her son. And I finally had to tell her, you have to stop talking about my son like that in front of me or my wife. And my wife thanked me because she was about to talk to her in like Visay or whatever language the two of them speak. And she told me, thank you for doing it first. And so that's the first time in all years my dad been married during I knew her after he passed that I had snapped at her. So we didn't want to put that burden on somebody else. And she has issues herself. My dad said that too before he passed. He was worried about her.
John, I got to ask you a question. Are you suffering right now?
what?
Are you suffering?
Am I suffering?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not like, I know, I'm an emotional guy. I always have been. So, guys, I'm treated sorry.
But
What I'm trying to say was that
you're suffering right now.
they're just having hard. Everyone has a hard time when they go through transition, and then like no one else.
Yeah.
We're making it work. And I do what I have to. We're gonna. I've been in this predicament before, and I know we've been used to. We just decided to leave our son there. Things wouldn't have changed. We would be driving the white truck, but we had to make that choice. But we decided that, and we can't switch over our license where we are now because we don't have any proof. So we're waiting. I finally switched with my phone bill so we can get a North Carolina license.
So you've got some time to wait for that. You can license.
My VA came in the plasma, and then I think I can do Uber driving while we're here with our own car.
So
I will. Plus, my wife will probably get a job as a tech again.
So you're a survivor.
Yeah, I have to be because I'm a nice guy, but life has been hard. So I've had to survive a lot of things over my 40 years.
So
I mean, the thing is, we're kind of. I mean, that's life is like. I'm telling you, if you want to get into this business and grow, and you got stuff. I told Michael, like, I couldn't even return, like, even calling him back. I had so much stress, like every call, every call, like you get up in the morning and you feel good. You're like you fell asleep. You kind of slept off some of your stress. You wake up, you're in a good mood, and then boom, the phone rings. Then this problem, then that problem, then the phone ring, then this and that, and it builds up and it builds up and it builds up and it builds up. And it's like, dude, I can't take another call. It's like, so you figure when you have your life that you're trying to keep on track. When you do what we do, we have, I don't know how many families. 15. There's 15 families just at the home office, just at the office, and then there's 14 families, 16 families on the road. So, and they all, just like you, when times got bad, you were calling out to us to like help us out, And that's what we just got done with, like Tori and Rona. They're sitting in Tyson Throw. He was in a hotel for a month.
Yeah, I remember.
In a month. And the thing is, these trucks, you can't get parts. That's another thing that's scaring us that we worry about, because your trucks break down, you can't get parts.
Right.
And we had that stress. The stress that you had, however many weeks it's been. Tyson Throws had that. Corey and Rona's had that. We had, I don't know if I was talking to you or it was Michael that I said, we finally called Rona and Corey. We told them to go out and rent a U-Haul truck. They rented a U-Haul truck and drove it to Dallas to get Becca's. There's no rental cars available. They rented a U-Haul truck and drove to Dallas and got Becca's truck so they could roll that truck and they can make money and we could pay for that truck, and they're making money. At least they're making money. And we had to deal with that. And Auto Nation was just broke down. Tyson Throw was. The best thing that happened to us.
We're in the process of
the best thing that happened to us is that you and your wife wasn't in a hotel waiting for a truck.
Right.
And then we had that to fucking worry about, And then I'm like, my mom is like, it sounds like he's blaming everything on you guys. And I'm like, holy crap! Like that's somebody
No, I said
that we didn't think we had to worry about right now.
Right.
I said it as well. I don't want to hear
Michael.
I don't want to hear the sorry story of what's going on, because these guys are doing everything they can to succeed with what they have, and you don't have what they need, and that sucks. Okay.
Michael did call me. He did. He's right. He did. I keep saying my mom, but he called. That's who I said that to. He called and he said that Truckin' Daddy. I didn't know who Truckin' Daddy was. I didn't know you switched the name over. And I'm like, who? And and I told him, Michael, I can't call right now. I have so much stress right now, man. I want to go to sleep and get up tomorrow. And Michael called me like 2 or 3 times, and I said I'll call him tomorrow. I gotta sleep. I'll call him in the morning when I have no stress, and then as soon as you get up in the morning, it's over. It starts over again.
Yeah.
And then, but the thing is, we're not going to give up. We're not going to. We're gonna keep. We know what's going on, and we're going to keep growing. And the thing that's going to make us. Who is this? The thing that's going to make us stronger than any company out there that we ever had. We've done this before, and we stopped doing it, and we started back up. But the thing that's going to make us strong are people like you guys, like good people. We will not hire anybody unless we know them. Now Bradley does hire some people that we don't know that he's comfortable with.
Right.
But you can't just apply and just come and work here. If we want to know the character that you are, the person that you are, and you're going to take care of this company like it was yours. And hardworking people like your wife that didn't stop working from the second she walked in our house to the second she left.
Yeah.
I would do anything for a person like that.
She's like
your
that
wife,
with everybody.
I know that's the way that she is, and that's the type of people. That's the type of people that we're looking for. Somebody with a work ethic like that.
That's what I love about her. Well, I just if it's in that way, that was no intention. I do not blame anything that's happening right now on you guys. And our son thinks we're blaming it on him because he said if I had stayed in the Philippines, you guys would still be driving for Panther. And so, and I assured him, no. I said, son, you're the most important thing to us. So, you're our only kids, and
I'm only going to be.
I truly agree on that. And to let you know, I drove for companies that didn't allow my kids, and I drove for 15 years with my kids in my truck, and I never cared what the hell they said about it, because if I'm driving that truck, I'm the one paying for that truck, whether it's your truck or my truck. If I'm the one moving it, hauling, I'm paying for it. And if I want my kid, if I want my daughter with me, my daughter's going to be with me. I never told them.
Yeah.
But I'd be damned if they were going to tell me I couldn't bring them. Yeah. And especially with a big old sleeper, like I wouldn't even have told them. I would have just brought them, and that guy ain't following you around like But I did it with my daughter. I did. You couldn't have kids under 15 or something. My daughter Becca was on my truck since she was 7 years old.
And she was a great character of others at 10. That's funny. That's funny. I mean, that's great. I mean,
yeah, and she'd yell. She'd kind of train my students and tell my students what to do, what they weren't doing,
at the age of 10, she's like, nope, you're not going to stop here. Keep going.
She wanted a lot of guys. I had students when they were in the bathroom. She was like, Dad, let's go. Just leave this guy here. He ain't going to make it. Let's go.
Wow.
But it ain't over. I mean, this is just a little stumbling block, and it ain't over. As long as you have a beautiful wife, a beautiful kid, and as long as you guys stay strong together, that's the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
And you'll get through it. If you quit,
get your class.
I mean, things can be stressful, but you never quit, man. That's a small thing, and and I tell you, that's one thing that attracted why we really liked you guys is you were it's kind of the same situation we were with your son and needing someone in the U.S. to take care of him while you guys are working, and that's not easy to do.
Yeah.
And
yeah, even my brother said that he would do it if it was just up to him. But his wife, she got a cat thing going now. She's like that crazy cat lady, but she's not crazy. But she got literally 100 cats. She would have to totally change her life, and he can see that happening. But if it was just up to him, he would have taken him in a heartbeat and sort of hit the road.
Get your Class A. You can homeschool your child in a truck, but get the goddamn.
I did that when I went through my divorce. Becca homeschooled on my truck. Corey homeschooled on my truck. And that's when I wasn't supposed to have my kids with me. They were on the truck going to school.
Yeah. Get the Class A so you guys can switch, run as a team, and homeschool your child. I mean, come on. What other child, there's very few that can sit there and say, I saw Mount Rushmore at the age of 10 or 12.
Oh, and another thing, Trucking
All the
Daddy.
mosquitoes.
One thing that we found out too that's changed. See, like I told you, this what we're going through, it changes weekly. Like it seems like it changes weekly, and all the changes are kind of meant to try to put us out of business.
Right.
And one thing that we did find out, and I was unaware of this, I think I told Michael this, or I told Mike Gray. I might have told Mike Gray this, but an insurance company, when you have cab insurance, personal belongings insurance, cargo insurance, collision insurance, whatever all the different types of things are, we have an insurance company. Well, those insurance companies have underwriters for each one of those categories. So it's not necessarily the insurance company itself. It could be the underwriter. It could be the company that covers that part of the policy that changes their parameters. But what we did find out is our insurance company that has this other, I don't know what you call them, an undercarrier or an underwriter or
underwriter, I think.
The company that requires you to have your CDL Class A for 2 years, is they're going to stop carrying that company and go back to the company they had when we first started. So in January, that's as of right now, as of January, we're going to go back to the old rule where you can have your Class A for 6 months.
Right.
And we can insure you still with the low policy that we have. So if you did try to get your Class A soon, which I know that's a whole nother thing about paying for it, but Um, by January, when the new company comes in, if you got something soon, then by January we'd be able to put you on.
Yeah.
As long as that happens, what they say is going to happen. So we were really shocked because that killed us. I mean, we had a lot of drivers interested, and even for the future that we want to bring on that fall under that 2 year. You know, they're below that 2 year. But we're gonna get going. Was there anything else you wanted to say? We're gonna be on more. Like, we've shoveling our way out of the bucket of crap that we're in,
Right.
and we're slowly getting out, and we're not as tied down as we were. Like, we went on vacation and a bunch of stuff started happening with some stuff we don't want to talk about because we don't want to promote it anymore.
Right.
But we're out of a lot of it, so we'll have more time to get back on and be more vocal with everybody, and talk more about, because we thought we were confident before talking about stuff, but we didn't know, with stuff changing every day, we're like, shit, we don't even know ourselves, you know?
Right.
And you're dealing with people's lives. But anyway, I wish I could have talked to you before you left the Philippines. I mean, nothing would have changed. We tried to talk to you, like when I talked to my wife, when Jonathan mentioned that to your wife, I'm like, well, maybe if that worked out and he stayed here and my mom wanted to watch him, they could save the 10 grand that they were going to pay to go to the Philippines. And we had the truck there, the hot shot truck, and maybe that could save them a lot of money. And I'm sure they'd like to have their kid here instead of there. We know we'd rather have that. But Jonathan's like, oh, they had it planned anyway. They're going to see their family. They're still gonna go on vacation. And I'm like, oh, okay. I know that was a lot. I forgot what you said you paid for them tickets, but I know it was a lot of money.
Yeah, it was around 4 or 5 grand.
Well, but Anna also turned down the opportunity for someone to look for the son, and she did it in the backyard with Jonathan. Jonathan turned right around and made a comment. Well, what if we get your son here? No, I've got someone that'll watch him. So, I mean, I remember all of this.
Yeah, I mean, again, she did, and we both planned that, with her family. But then some things you don't really know until you're there in person.
That's the problem. Patrick already told you what was required, and then you quit. You turned in a 2 weeks notice because of your child. The problem that this is that you don't qualify to be able to be covered under their insurance.
Right.
I mean, you just don't have.
Yeah, and I understood. When I saw the
Happy Poppy,
stuff.
you want to come on here real quick? Happy Poppy's making jokes, it looks like. LOL.
Yeah, I see Rona's on here as well. The thing of it is that goddamn, I wish everything would work out the way that everybody would like to work out, but it's not going to happen. Right. There's so much restrictions and qualifications that are required. Yes, Patrick tells everybody else and their brother that we want you to have 2 weeks or 2 years. 2 years of experience. But if Patrick and Jonah feel that that you're ready, they'll train you. And that's like another driver that's got a YouTube channel. They want to learn from them, even though they're still going to have to go to a securement class later. They want that interaction. I mean, it's you know, I wish I was 20 fucking years younger because I'd be all over this shit, but I'm not. And I really want everybody that's involved, because Corey knows as well exactly how hard it is to pull and do the work. I told you in one of your videos, you turned right around and made a comment about Patrick, and I'm like, you really need your Class A. Let them do the work. Don't push on them what you want. Let them see what they can do for you. Your wife's already got a Class A. I mean, come on.
We actually have a school that's going to be linked with Bradley Delgado's family member. Just started a school in Texas that can give a CDL class. I don't know what it's going to be or how much, but we're probably going to try to link that with the company too, helping people get their license.
Happy Pappy wants it to age. So is it like fine wine or whiskey? Come on. So, hi, Mercy.
See, that's the Happy Poppy said, as I said before, like get your Class A as soon as you can and let it age, because you don't have to be driving. They go by the date you got your Class A. So you could not even you could get your Class A right now and not even have a job, and then in January we could probably do something because you had it for 6 months.
January.
I'm gonna get her a Class A. I'm gonna send her to a class.
Can you put Pappy on here, Mama? He's on here saying joke. We can actually hear it come out of his mouth. Jonah's here.
Jonah.
What happened to Max? Max is with my mom still.
Jonah, do we still have the minimum 6 month or 8 month or a year as far as experience goes?
No, we're the underwriter that they currently have. Our insurance company wants 2 years.
Experience. To be honest, I can give you guys experience.
In January, we're supposed to be going back to the other underwriter for that part of the policy, and then we can take a driver with 6 months.
Then you're gonna drop your coverage.
If that don't change, that's the thing.
We could go back to our old insurance and hire anybody we want, and then it will be back to $38,000 a month for insurance.
Gee.
People
so
don't.
That was Progressive.
Yeah.
If Progressive is not listening to us, and they're all way better. I'm just kidding.
38,000 times 10, 380. So that's 400 and.
Invite Happy.
That's 400 here, man.
Mama's gonna give you a link, Happy Poppy. Click on it. We got to hear some of your jokes live, and then we have to get going. We're off tomorrow. We had a Filipino lady. Her husband owns a racetrack in California, northwest of LA. And they invite, every time we're here, they invite us to come. They said we can park at the racetrack. There's lots of room, and they'll take us out to dinner. And she has they have a baby shower there tomorrow, and they invited all of us to come over there and eat a bunch of Filipino food. So we don't know if we're gonna. We want to get over there.
Tomorrow's Nicholas Weiner's birthday. Happy birthday,
Nicholas Weiner. You guys, we can add one person at Happy Poppy. If you want to click that link, we can add you before we go.
Guys, let's
Or anybody else. Joan Henderson, if you want to come on.
Let's pray
Joan,
for God.
come on. Come on, Joan.
Joan, Cindy Alexander, Mercy Johnson can come on. Mercy Johnson, click
Honey, I want to
click that link, and we'll add you in here.
Guys, this is just a big business. And everybody's got to respect the decisions made by the business owners. So
Everybody love everybody.
well, I love
That's cool.
but
I think,
because it's business, it's all about the dollar.
what do I get this on?
Oh, no, that's not it.
No.
I can say something.
Okay, go ahead, Michael.
The point being is, businesses. Look, your business decision is different. People don't understand the business decision that you have to make, and you've been under so much pressure the last 3 weeks
For your glasses.
that no one understands. And so the sad thing about it is that some will judge you because that you're not the happy-go-lucky. You're actually trying to take care of business, and people don't understand. People don't understand that $35,000 a month bill is reliant on people, and
our currently we got our fuel card raised to $40,000 a week because that's what we're pumping now. Hold on a minute. Hold on, someone's coming on. Who's there? Who's there? Happy Poppy.
We got to drink Corey.
No, I think Happy Poppy can come.
Happy Poppy.
There's Happy Poppy. There he is.
Hold on, I'm doing it.
He's here. He's here with some fresh new insults for everybody.
That's cool. I like that. Happy Poppy.
Awesome.
Hold on, I want to say something.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
I want to say something.
Okay, Mama, before Happy Poppy takes the stage, go ahead, Mama.
I'm saying, I want to say, Trucking Daddy, that just don't give up, Trucking Daddy. I know it's tough right now of your situation, and I wish we could do something, to help you out. I mean, if I'm at home and if I'm not doing anything, I probably don't mind watching a kid. I love kids, but I can even watch Joy. But
Happy Poppy is the professional lurker.
He's the professional what?
Lurker.
Lurker?
He'll sit back and monitor everything, and then all of a sudden there'll be a small amount of word of wisdom, and he'll throw it out there. He'll slander, or he'll turn around and critique.
All right, I think I'm going to say too.
Happy Poppy doesn't really speak. He only communicates through comments.
We're gonna have. Corey, do you have your air conditioning on? We're about to die in here.
Yeah, do not open your door. Do not get out of the truck. Just stay in there. It's safe.
All right, we got to run the air real quick.
You open your window, a swarm of mosquitoes will fly in.
Yeah.
All right, so what? Come on, Happy Poppy, give us one of them one-liners.
All right, Happy Poppy.
Let's hear some wisdom. Come on.
Yeah, but what I was saying before there, that Trucking Daddy should go get his Class A, because your insurance companies look at from the date you got the Class A, not from when you started driving.
Yep.
Right. Which is nice.
And when I used to go back and apply for insurance, because I was an owner operator for a while, I was running Hotshot even, doing auto transport. And they said, well, how long have you had your CDL? I said, since 1978. Oh, okay.
Her grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it just said our phone is. It's good.
I mean, back then it was
Go
called a
ahead.
chauffeur's license.
Oh, yeah. What's there was chauffeur?
1978.
Wow.
Because most of them were chauffeur back in the day.
Yeah. Well, they all were back then. They didn't change to CDL in 1992.
Chauffeur's license was the bomb. You could do whatever you want. You could drive whatever you want with a chauffeur's license.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. That's awesome.
It was in 1992 that they switched from the chauffeur's license to the CDL.
When did the CDL first come out? Happy Pappy? Because I know
1992.
So from 76 until 91, you were under a chauffeur, right?
Chauffeur, I got my chauffeurs to 78. Then it automatically became a CDL in 92.
There's no enforcement back then, were there? There were just like chauffeur and open road. So
Well, the other thing too, back in 78, when I got my chauffeur's license, I only had to take a written test. I didn't have to
Something
take a
happened
road
with
test.
our connection, so we're gonna come over here.
they'll be back. They'll be back.
I think so. Yeah. Come on.
Well, Happy Pappy is I liquidated Ace Freight in Mississippi in 1970, and they had to give it to us.
You can actually do the copy
Hey,
your score by just taking the test since you already went to class, so I don't know if that works out. But maybe you can ask her now.
where's your sister?
You can run the track and then
You can take your CDL test without you taking an exam.
Happy Pappy. Out the next trip down to Florida, we stop to see it.
I don't know.
Well,
I-
Patrick and Tom several times they want to stop here, but keep forgetting where I'm at.
The thing of it is that I'm going to need directions. So I can send it to them.
Yeah,
But
I haven't connected to you.
they know that they have my roof is their roof. So I don't know when they're coming down next.
Truck stops.
But I know that they want to hit that restaurant. How far are you from Newberry? Happy Pappy?
I can't think where it's at right now. I'm about 35 miles west of Daytona Beach.
West of Daytona?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to listen.
All right.
So if you come down 95, I'm west of there. If you come down 75, I'm southeast of Ocala.
Okay. Now, I'll take the toll because I hate 95, and the toll is much faster. All right, I'll turn right around and let them know. I know they want to hit some folks when they come down to Florida the next. I've already committed to cooking breakfast burritos and standing rib roast for them.
I think someone was trying to join us.
There they are. Hey. Hey.
All right. Yeah.
You course go, you must flow.
I think we're actually on Happy Poppy. Are we on YouTube?
Yes, we're YouTubers.
Yes. You're on YouTube.
Okay. I don't know how that happened.
To be at work.
Okay. Who has to be to work at 4 a.m.?
Oh shit! Yeah, we are on YouTube.
4 a.m. Ooh.
I like YouTube
Who
better.
wants to come on? Mercy Johnson. You can hit the link and join. We'll kick Corey out.
Said I didn't think we were gonna make it.
No, you won't.
Yeah, we gotta hurry up.
No, but what I wanted to say.
All right, Mama wanted to say something before she forgets and starts cleaning.
Starts cleaning.
Happy Pappy and I are planning your next trip.
Okay.
What's our next trip?
All right, go ahead, Mom. Say what you
No,
wanted to say.
I wish we could help you guys out. I mean, trucking daddy and trucking mama. But then you do it too. But then I think it's time for us to have a little break because we open our house for different people. And I think
That's another conversation that me and Jonathan had. Ever since she got here, our doors have been open for anybody that needed help. And we've never had the house to ourselves. Even in the Philippines, our doors, we had a couple different, we took on kids, people's kids, and got their school clothes and took them to school and paid for their lunches. And even in the Philippines, the last 10 years, we've always had somebody occupying our house.
Well,
and we kind of wanted a break too from that.
You had me for a month.
Johnson.
I was like, so now Grandma's to find a new home.
Said Mercy Johnson.
With joy.
Hey, Ride Along Gang said,
oh my God.
Stream Yard on YouTube. That's right. Ride Along. Yeah.
Ride Along Gang said what?
Ride Along Gang said you're doing a stream on YouTube.
Yeah. We don't know how it switched. We were on Facebook and it switched to YouTube. We don't know how that happened.
I really like it, man. Well, he's just
where I was at before. It was on YouTube. Yeah.
He's just a nonsense driver. He
Jonah.
is just settled down. He rocks.
I don't use Facebook, so I'm always talking to you on YouTube.
Yeah. We started out in Facebook because it usually requires less of a signal, and where we're at, we're in New Mexico, about to pass this Flying J. I think it's exit. But whatever. We're about to be out nowhere land, and we wouldn't have signal at all, so we stopped here to do this. But we really have to get to California by morning, because we want to have tomorrow off. That'll be our first day off since we were in Florida.
Dude, you've got a lot of catching up to do. So if you sleep well tonight, then you may press on tomorrow.
The legendary Happy Poppy. He's just sitting there, Mama. He's got his Don Johnson shirt on. He looks like he's about to hop in his convertible and go out and fight crime as soon as we get done with this live here.
Hey, I wanted to show Jonas something that we actually got her from the Philippines.
All right, man, get up here. He said he wants to tell you something.
And I was going to show her something. I was trying to figure out how to flip the camera, but I guess that's not an option.
Oh, okay. That was him. Who said that? I want to show Jonathan something. Okay, that was he wants to show you something.
Oh my God, that's
What is that?
Oh,
mosquito net.
Oh,
Is it a
Hell
yellow
no.
or I guess yellow or green?
Jonah, Jonah,
I had intended on bringing them when I was in Ohio when we thought we could rent a car for a one way, and then they informed us only local. And because I was gonna bring it with us, and I totally forgot it and left it in our suitcase back in North Carolina. And so, and I was gonna tell you earlier, my wife's like, no, don't tell them, keep it a surprise. Just wait till you get them in the shower. So,
What did he say? What was that last thing you said?
he said, don't tell. I was gonna tell you, and like when you guys were live, I was gonna comment and say, no, don't tell her. Keep it a surprise. And then when we go there in Ohio, then it's like, hey, ta-da, here this is. So,
all right.
All right.
We were excited to get it for you guys.
All right, I'm gonna be an asshole. Joan Anderson, don't say poor grandma. Too many pets for her age to deal with. Why?
Yeah.
Boy is there, and if
we got to bring the other pistol for its mom.
If grandma didn't want to deal with it, then grandma would turn right around and expel to Patrick Dolan. I don't want to hear about too many pets for her age. God damn. You've got to understand that she's not that much older than I am. And
you're old.
Yeah, I'm fucking old. So
I never realized how old Michael was until he because his mouth, he sounds a little younger than what he spits out of his mouth. But seeing him try to get in and out of this truck, it showed his age. And he got
that was learning experience.
Faster. He did get faster.
That was the learning experience. And I'll make this simple. I'm like, Joan, yes, just go on about your goddamn bullshit.
Oh, and Grandma was trying to take home one of my puppies with all the dogs that she already has right now.
Wow.
Linda has so much love. I'm damn sure Linda has so much love. But
How many dogs are there now?
Probably 5.
6. It's like
no, there's she has 2. There's Lily, Era, and Pierre. There's 3.
Lily.
And that's what's there right now, right?
Lily
guys are there.
Lily does anything.
Oh, yeah, and Max.
And then if you guys,
and then she wanted one of my puppies.
Who do you have? You have Pierre or Paris?
Yeah, Paris is with us.
So then that would make 5, or that would make 6.
Yeah, that's so funny.
There's a guy next to me blowing his horn. There's a truck in the fuel island and a truck waiting behind him. This guy's fucking blowing, or excuse my language, he's blowing his horn I don't know what he thinks he's going to accomplish.
That's a waste of time.
Well, the guy at the fuel island.
I think I'm probably black in a fuel island.
You've only been here for almost 2 hours.
No, this is the parking space. But the fuel island,
don't put them blow your horn. The truck in front of you, you can't make it move any faster. And
Jonah.
Now that it's dark, they can't figure it out. All right, Jonah. Guys. I think we're gonna head out now. we're gonna do StreamYard. We're gonna start doing it a lot more. We'll be parked in California tomorrow, so we'll do StreamYard again at night. Get some folks on here. We got to get that beautiful Cindy Alexander on here, and Joan. I want to have her. She's got a.
Joan Henderson.
Yeah, we got to have her put us down on live, so we can have her voice and not just the words. This guy is coming. Look at what this guy's trying to do, Corey.
Right Along Game said nighttime horn blowing.
What is he trying to turn around?
But Right Along Game is right here with you now.
Right Along Game. Time horn blowing and his truck stuff.
There's 3 trucks in front of me.
Nighttime is horn blowing time. Where are you guys at, Ride Along Gang? We were actually in El Paso when you guys were broke down over there. I guess you had your truck in the shop. You were on the way to the hotel, and we were in El Paso that day for the day. We spent the day, but we were leaving. And as we were leaving, they told us that you guys were there. Next time I will get on. Love it, Cindy Alexander said. That's going to be tomorrow night.
If we didn't sleep in.
If we don't sleep in.
No, sleep in while you can.
No, you didn't offend me, Jonah. You didn't offend me, Jonah. You're good.
It's okay.
Michael, Patrick says you're old. How old are you?
No, Jonah, you didn't offend me.
All right.
Yes, next time I will get it. But thank you guys for joining the stream.
Yeah, thank you. Happy Poppy and Michael are doing some moderating for us.
The reason we don't do this a lot is because it's hard to stop.
Oh,
Yeah. Another thing, we did a live stream one time. I think it was 8 or 10 hours. Like it's hard to get off live streams.
Yeah.
I think I remember that's the one around the holidays. We get the one guy with his shirt off.
Right.
Yeah.
In the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we had one guy.
I fell asleep watching it.
I gotta get some sleep now, you guys.
I was trying to
That's because every time you try to end the live, you do a Midwest goodbye.
All right. Does anyone want to say one last thing before we go?
What's this?
Happy Poppy will be last. You want to say anything before we go, Big Daddy, Trucking Daddy?
That we do love you guys, and we are, like I said, we were grateful to meet you guys and to be at your house that one weekend. That was like the best weekend of this year, and so.
All right. Well, it was nice meeting. I think they were gonna pay, right? And then we ended up paying, or did we suffer? I don't think you paid, so we're gonna have to do that again. Wasn't that cool how we got in that restaurant?
Yeah, that was like we shouldn't have been able to even get a table. And then all of a
she
sudden
said we're not even taking. It's too late. There's too big of a backup, and then we kept talking to her a little bit more, and she's like, then she said, "Oh hell, just come on, I'll sit you down." We're like, what? We're like, Happy Poppy must have called up there.
Yeah, they said it was like an hour and a half wait.
Corey, you got anything before we go?
No, well, I said earlier the reason why we're still on is because you keep doing a Midwest goodbye. And what I mean by that is you said goodbye 48 minutes ago, and we're still talking.
Okay. All right. What about
That's
you,
what I
Michael?
meant by that.
You got anything to say before we go, Michael? But Happy Poppy's last. He's the drum.
Anybody want a kitty?
Michael is. I like Michael better when he has like an open fifth bottle next to him. and some loaded weapons. Go ahead, Michael. I'm kidding, Mama. I didn't know we're. Are you alive, Michael? Mike.
Hi, Quickie.
I think Michael Kendrick fell asleep.
He's sleeping.
Michael.
You all right, Mike?
You have anything to say before we go, Michael Kendrick? I think he lost the sound. All right, Happy Poppy. How about you?
The other thing I was going to say was you mentioned about doing a long live stream. YouTube will only let you post it for 11 hours and 59 minutes.
Wow.
Then they cut it off. I mean, you can run more than 12 hours on here, but when you have it posted to your channel, they'll cut it off at 11 hours and 59 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
So if you want to run longer than that, stop at 11 hours and then just restart and do another one. You can post them both. Otherwise, YouTube will cut the end of it off on you.
All right. Well, that's good to know. It's always nice to see you. It'd be nice to if we hauled freight in areas where we get better signal, where we could be on more. Mama, you want to say one more thing before we go? Mama has the final word. Come on, get up here. What else you want to say something? Where's the dog barking at? Where's that coming from?
That's Mike's dog, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go, Mama. No matter what trials and tribulations life gives you, just never quit. Keep going.
Stay positive. Get one shower.
Yeah, if you only get one shower a week, be happy for that shower. 101 Skid Mark, if he was still on here, Michael, we called him Skid Mark when he was rolling with Mama.
What's your top and back is straight up? Hi, Robert Young. I think they're nice and big.
Yeah, we were at Bucks. I think we were at a Bucks the other night.
I'd like to see it. That would be awesome.
All right, you guys, we have to get going, but we will be back on tomorrow. What is this? We'll be back on tomorrow, and we love you all. This is the Western thing that Corey was talking about. All right, we'll probably come on. We got to go, guys. Love you all. Thanks for coming on. Legendary.
You guys be safe there.
Bye. Trucking Danny, Corey, John. Happy Poppy. All right, love you all.
Thank you.